will get in your way.
Like you're there. That's a half an hour way now. Half an hour on that.
Oh, please, okay. She freaked me out.
She's teething now. Well, it's like a sweet, yeah. Yeah, so we put it in. Just let it rain.
For high school, what comes in private?
Very nice. It's so good. I like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Maya's
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends and families. We'll begin this morning's celebration in just a few moments. Would you please find your seats? Would you please rise for the procession of our esteemed faculty and the class of 2024? Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2024. Everyone, would you please be seated? At this moment, it is my pleasure to invite Emily Huo to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you. It is my honor to welcome you to the graduation of the class of 2024. This ceremony is thanks to the hard work of many special people whose efforts do not go unnoticed. First, thank you to Mrs. Monica Erskine and Mr. Ryan Clements for their continuous support of our class and for coordinating to make this event possible. Thank you to Mr. Oliver Spratt and his facilities team for not only creating this beautiful graduation space, but also keeping our school clean and running smoothly all year long. I would also like to extend my gratitude to the National Honor Society, the Graduation Committee, Mr. Chris Gay, and the parents of the junior class for all of their help today. To our senior class advisors and all of our incredible teachers, thank you for your endless guidance and wisdom. Many thanks to Mr. Derek Willard as well for his steadfast leadership. Finally, thank you to all of the family and friends gathered here today. Whether you are in physical, virtual, or heavenly attendance, your support over the years is deeply appreciated. Thank you especially to the family members who made sacrifices, took risks, and crossed oceans so that we could stand here today. I think I can speak for the entire class of 2024 when I express my gratitude to everyone who has believed in us, supported us, and celebrated us. And now to the reason we are all here today. Please sit back, try your best not to cry, and most importantly, enjoy the next 1.5 hours. Let this graduation commence.
I'd like to call Fripp McDougall to the stage.
Good morning, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2024. My name is Fripp McDougall, and I have had the pleasure of serving as Augusta Prep Student Council President this past year. As we gather here today to celebrate, I am here to extend a few welcomes. Welcome to the Board of Trustees and those who lead Augusta Prep. Your leadership guides our school in a positive direction and allows us to grow in ways this school has never seen before. Thank you for guiding us in a direction that allows the school to develop and prepare students for the real world. We thank you for your work at Prep. Without it, we would not be here celebrating the class of 2024. Welcome to the teachers and faculty who guide us through this crazy thing called high school. From the time we stepped on this campus to the time we walk across this stage, you have been there to challenge, guide, and support us. Without you, we would not have been able to navigate our way through high school. All of us here today share a connection with you that you cannot find at any other school. We thank you for your guidance and support because without your help, we would not be able to celebrate here today. Welcome to the families and special guests of all the seniors here. Your support for us has been unwavering and allowed us to succeed at Prep. We thank you for all the time and effort you dedicated to get us here today. Especially thank you for this culmination of not only our accomplishments, but the sacrifices you made for us to get to this moment. And finally, welcome to my classmates. It has been exciting, challenging, but also rewarding experience to travel through these 4 years with you. We have worked hard in the classroom, on this field, in the gym, in the theater, and on this track to get to this moment. Some of us have been rushing to get through this senior year, but now I ask for you to take this moment, enjoy every second of it, and celebrate with each other as we go through this milestone in our lives. Once again, welcome to everyone, and thank you for gathering here today to celebrate the class of 2024.
I would like to call Maya Nussbaum to the stage.
Good morning. My name is Maya Nussbaum, and it is my pleasure, my honor, to address my class, the class of 2024, even though they're behind me. Sure hope they can hear. Now is a wonderful time to acknowledge the role that so many have played in our journey to this point. Our teachers who have shown us worlds of history, literature, math, science, and art. Our advisors who have given us invaluable help in and out of the classroom. You've given us the tools we need to succeed in our further education and in our careers. Our family, who have always taken care of us. Our grandparents and elders, who have shown us wisdom and experience and laid a foundation for all of us to come after them. Our siblings, many of whom have walked across this stage and given speeches just like this, or will in the future. Our far-flung family, who have come into town to celebrate us over and over. And our parents, who have sacrificed so much to ensure our success and happiness at prep and in life, and who have guided us to who we are today. To you all, we say thank you. So, we're graduating. It's a wonderful moment, and it's a strange thing, knowing that the diploma we are given today represents the hard work of almost 2 decades of life. It's an acknowledgement of all we've accomplished and how far we've come these past 4 years. It's honoring who we are right now in this moment, and it's a look forward to what comes next. This is a celebration of our past, our present, and our future. Our past, our journey, our considerable growth. It's no secret that the class you see today sitting so pretty in our caps and gowns is a very different group of students than the class of 2024 that first set foot in the upper school freshman year. Yes, our average height is probably a good 3 more inches than it was then, but that does not describe how we've grown. We've gone from a class rife with that youthful mistake of friend groups barely interacting with each other to realizing we have so much more in common than we thought. Friendships have been forged, and there is not a single member of this class that I have not had a real conversation with. Some of us have been here most of our lives, some for only a few years. But for so many of us, the most life that we have lived has been squeezed into these past 4 years with each other. Whether it's figuring out the trajectory that we want our life to take, or maybe even coming a little closer to understanding who we are, few things have had so great an impact on us as our time in high school. Looking back, I, and I'm sure most of my classmates, could not be happier with the education, opportunities, and friends that prep has afforded us. These friends, they're the ones who have seen us grow. They've seen us in the clothes we wore in middle school, known the way we had our hair as an underclassman, talked to us before our voices changed. These are the people that know us best, because no one outside our family has quite as deep an insight into what it's like spending more than 6 hours with each other 5 days a week. These are the friends that we'll remember for the rest of our lives, and if we're lucky, those we'll keep up with for many years to come. That brings us to now, our present. Take a second, just sit and think. Contemplate this moment. Savor this last morning in high school. Look out at your friends and family, your teachers and mentors, these buildings and grounds. Look at each other and acknowledge that we are grown. Not yet adults, but no longer children. Baby birds flying the nest, right? But no. My friends, I implore you not to think that you're like those baby birds, wandering off into the world alone, maybe never to come back home. Because while we might not be able to return to this exact moment or to our time in high school, we can always come back home. We can hold on to that part of right now. And when we're away, we will carry this time with us. We will carry that home into our new world. And what about that new world, our future? we stare into a mist that obscures the rest of our lives. We stand here, well, we sit here, on the precipice. It's that moment just before you step out of the wings into the stage light. It's when you're about to step onto that court. It's that breath you take right before you jump into the pool. However excited we are, however eager we are to take that step, there's just that tiny bit of fear. That little what if. What if something doesn't go right? We've heard the phrase high school, the best years of your life, over and over, but what if that's true? But no, it isn't. That growth that I talked about, it doesn't stop just because we're supposed to be grown up now. Every athlete has their best game. Every musician has their best performance. Every athlete has their best game. And the beautiful, wonderful thing about right now is that those moments, they're all ahead of us. We have not yet had our bests. We have not yet figured it all out. And that is amazing. That mist that hides the rest of our lives is like a cloud that will soon drift away to show a beautiful sunrise, a beautiful new day. This morning, we are presented with a choice. I implore you to choose to look up at that new day unafraid, to remember all the incredible people and things that have brought us here and carry that appreciation into the future. I ask you to keep growing. Yes, high school has been an incredible time, but the rest of our lives will be too. Thank you. I have also had the pleasure of serving as our class president for the past 2 years. I've been privileged to lead our class through both of our upperclassmen years and all of the activities and experiences we have been able to share. As I mentioned in my address, we are so grateful for the support and love that our community has given to us to enable our growth to this point. We've had the wonderful opportunity to watch the construction of and spend a full semester in the new W. Roger Giles Institute for Inquiry, and have taken many a photo with the beautiful new pavilion in the center of the teardrop, whose plans were a gift of the class of 2020. As a class, we have decided to honor these landmark constructions by placing a plaque of the school's logo on the bricks of the pavilion. As we greatly admire Augusta Prep's many traditions and recognize the importance that they have in our school culture, we have also decided to found a new one, wherein the plaque cannot be walked across by any student until after they graduate prep. Nothing quite marks the influence a group of students has had on a school quite like a new tradition, and we hope that this new plaque and custom will keep the memory of this graduating class alive for many years to come. On behalf of the class of 2024, I would like to express my gratitude to everyone in the Augusta Prep community for the opportunities, support, and experiences that we have been granted. Thank you for all you have done.
Good morning. Good morning. Still not there. Good morning. There we go. Welcome, Cavalier families and friends. Welcome to those watching around town, around state, around the country, and around the world. If you did not know, members of this class were fortunate enough to host students from Denmark. We have an exchange with a school there in Denmark, and also to travel to Denmark this semester. So my Danish is really poor, but I think it's here. I tried, all right? Anyway, we are live streaming. So I am Derek Willard. Since 2019, I've had the privilege of being the head of schools at Augusta Preparatory Day School. Please join me in welcoming the current chair of our Board of Trustees on the far right, Mr. Thomas Burnside, APDS class of 1984, who will preside over this ceremony. Please also join me in welcoming our special guest speaker, Jim Trotter, class of 1993, seated here to my right on the stage. You will learn more about him and his family shortly. Before getting on to the main event, let me recognize a few special guests and express my gratitude. I know there's been a number of thank yous from our young ladies and gentlemen here, but we don't want to miss anybody. First, I want to thank Ryan Clements and Monica Erskine in particular for orchestrating efforts across this campus to make the last 100 days special for seniors and their families, and then to make this day special for seniors and their families. Where are you, Monica? Is she hiding? Be sure to thank her when you leave. Second, many thanks to the parents of the class of 2025 who have given us hours, and even early hours this morning, of their time to help make sure that the class of 2024 and their families has a memorable graduation ceremony today. Kelly Thompson, Mukti Patel, who are co-chairs, Nicole Johnson, who handled banners, Jutta Kassetli, who handled food, Kristen Greer for flowers. I think Andy Kimbrough I saw pitching in on that too. Sharon Futch for setup and takedown. Let's give those volunteers a round of applause, please. Third, I would like to recognize the incredible efforts of our entire facilities team led by Mr. Oliver Spratt, his team for helping us look so good today. How about some applause for the conditions of the grounds? Fourth, thank you to lower school head Julianne Ingram for her help with many of the beautiful flower arrangements. Julianne always does a lovely job for us here in-house. Round of applause for Julianne. Fifth, thank you to the multi-talented middle school math teacher slash chess champ slash tennis coach and ping pong wizard, and you should know the 2021 GISA Teacher of the Year, Ryan Coe, and his lovely wife Christine for our lovely instrumental music today. Again, talent in-house. Sixth, always behind the camera, out of the limelight, our communications director, Chris Gay, for his photo and streaming services. He gets to play dad today too. He has 3 children in the senior class. Chris Gay, round of applause for him. And of course, I was thrilled to thank the faculty and staff. I think we all want to thank them too. They are the heart and soul of this amazing school community. Thank you for stretching these young men and women. We know through challenge, growth comes. Thank you for your patience with and care of these students. Ladies and gentlemen, our faculty and staff. And then, of course, a big thank you to parents, guardians, step-parents, grandparents, extended family, and friends. Emily even called upon those who aren't with us anymore, who have helped these young men and women in their journey. It really does take a village, as they say. Class of 2024, it is your turn to applaud the folks who are here, who have supported you. Please, graduates. Again, thank you, Emily. Thank you, Fripp. Thank you, Maya, for your wonderful words, and for a new tradition. If you're not sure, if you're new to us, right, first time on campus, or you haven't been to campus in a while, after the ceremony, there's a little picture taken back here behind the stadium. And then if you go into the heart of campus where the Giles Center is, there is what we call the teardrop. The teardrop monument is there. There's a beautiful new pavilion there, and right in the heart of that is where that seal will go. So we're so grateful for that new tradition. So class of 2024, you are my last group of seniors. I am so glad for the time I had to work with you in classrooms, to watch you compete and perform on our fields, courts, stages, and to witness you mature. We know you are ready for whatever challenges come your way next. I will keep it really simple today. 3 things I encourage you to do. Actually, I'm asking you not to do them. Number 1, don't be strangers. Maya, you talked about coming home. There's nothing greater, no greater gift to a teacher to see you come home. Number 2, don't compromise your integrity. And finally, number 3, as my buddy, Major David Taylor used to say, okay, and the graduates may remember this from my remarks on Veterans Day. It is Memorial Day weekend. But my dear buddy, Major David Taylor used to say, don't ever quit on the uphill. There will be lots of uphill in your life ahead, and I hope you remember that advice. And my buddy Dave. All right, I guess I should do my job. There are 2 signatures on your diplomas, graduates. One is mine, and the other is the chairman of our Board of Trustees, Mr. Thomas Burnside. Thomas, if you would please stand. I would ask you to join me in congratulating the graduates as they receive a diploma and welcome them to the APDS Alumni Association as they exit the stage. Mr. Burnside, ladies and gentlemen, and world, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Augusta Preparatory Day School, I present to you the class of 2024.
Seniors, as I call your name, please rise and make your way down from the stands, crossing the stage, and stopping in the middle to receive your diploma and have a photo taken. You'll then head down from the stage and return to your seat in the stands. Gavin Peter Harlan Bain. Quiet, sincere, and centered, Gavin is a kind soul to all who know him. Gavin and I quickly bonded over being newbies at prep last year. I've always enjoyed talking to him and admired his taste in shirts. Gotta check out his shirts. He is known for having a can-do attitude in the classroom, which is highlighted by his meticulous attention to detail. This lover of horror films and video games will be donning the orange, purple, and white as he joins the Tiger Faithful at Clemson University. John Mark Edward Butler. Jack is a polite and respectful young man who possesses an endearing quality that makes others want to know more. I have found myself joking with him from time to time and truly appreciating the adult he is becoming. I'm told that Jack has come a long way in the last 4 years, and I must share that at the 100 days to graduation ceremony, when the photographer asked the kids who would take care of me in my old age, Jack was the only one with a hand raised. Kim and Eddie, I'd be in a guest bedroom. All jokes aside, Jack has a good heart, and it has served him well. Wofford College is certainly fortunate to have you this fall, Jack. Samuel Walker Cannell. I would like to invite Sam's mother, Christy Goodwin Cannell, class of '91, to the stage to present Sam with his diploma. Sam has clearly established himself as a premier athlete for several prep teams over the years. While this is true, those who know Sam also know that he is a very capable student as well. I've always believed that the true measure of a person is found in those moments when things are not going well. When Sam suffered a season-ending injury last year, he showed us his mettle. Sam put his focus to the long term and put incredible work into his recovery. Sam's maturity in this crucial moment spoke volumes about his determination and competitive spirit. Having signed with Mercer University just last week, I'm certain that Sam will represent us well in this next phase of his educational and athletic journey. Juntong Dong. JT is a self-aware, deep thinker who leads with sincerity and accountability. I have been quite impressed with JT's closeness with his friend group and his immense care for them. JT's kind soul and his lightheartedness draw others to him. It is no surprise that when he became an uncle this past year, he quickly established a close bond with his nephew. Whether in the classroom or on the soccer pitch, JT has been a bright spot at prep and will be missed as he heads off to Georgia College and State University. George Jackson Drew. Jackson, the consummate outdoorsman, is bright, witty, and has a goodness about him that is sincere and welcoming. I could tell right away that he was cautiously optimistic that we would form a good relationship. Truth be told, I was happy to walk a little farther to meet him on our intersecting paths, and it was worth every effort because from that point forward, I can't think of a day that Jackson didn't stop into my office to check on me and say hello. I have countless times where Jackson was willing to happily lend a hand to anyone in need. There's a great deal of pride in who we've watched you become, Jackson, and I can certainly say that you will be missed, bud. Good luck next year at Santa Fe College. Evan Scott Friedman. Evan is the last of 5 siblings to graduate from prep and the longest tenured member of the senior class. Dana and Michael have spent 25 years trusting prep to help educate their kids, and Evan has done a fine job representing both the prep and Friedman families. Evan is a very intelligent, witty, and trusted member of the student body. As an elected co-leader of Honor Education Council, I've witnessed his keen desire to maintain fairness in all situations. On any given day, you could expect to see him at a table in the senior section teaching a peer physics concepts. Despite his academic focus, Evan never fails to impart his sense of humor in situations to help lighten the mood. Georgia Tech is receiving one of our most gifted students, and we are extremely excited for him. Hannah Rose Gay. I would like to invite Hannah's father, Christopher Gay, a member of the senior leadership team, to the stage to present his triplets with their diplomas. Hannah is a highly intelligent, thoughtful, and humorous young lady who has impeccable taste in films thanks to her dad, Chris. She can often be found in the senior section debating about what constitutes a Christmas movie. You're correct, Hannah. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Confirmed. The first thing I noticed about Hannah was her diligent focus that seemed to come from within. Her teachers will agree with me when I say that Hannah will find a way, whatever it takes, and won't give up until she finds the answer. Georgia College and State University is fortunate to have Hannah join them, as she is truly a gem and will have an immediate impact on the school community. Number 2, Jefferson Trowbridge Gay. JT is that loyal person that everyone needs in their life. Kind, polite, and willing to help a person in need. JT is respected by his peers and teachers alike. I fondly recall noticing the bond between JT and his grandmother, Mary Ann, and what it told me about his character. As a self-described grandmama's boy, it spoke to me. JT has a big heart, and many have seen him use it on the field of play in those moments when he had to dig deep to get the job done. Never let go of that part of yourself, JT, for it will serve you well in those moments when you need it most. Rachel Bailey Gay. Rachel is no stranger to hard work. I've observed her tirelessly working on a daily basis, and her can-do attitude is never-ending and admirable. What's more impressive about Rachel is her desire to serve her community. Rachel has managed the football, basketball, and baseball teams for the last 4 years and also served as an archival assistant for the school. Whether managing equipment, player nutrition, administrative responsibilities, or even keeping the boys in line, which was likely the hardest task. Rachel's initiative has truly been an asset to our programs. Her care for and loyalty to the school will sorely be missed as she heads off to Augusta University in the fall. Labib Faruddin Hassan. Labib has been a fixture at prep, having been a member of our community since joining us in kindergarten. Their work ethic and genuine enthusiasm for learning are hallmarks of their consistent contribution to the classroom. Gentle and caring, yet clever and witty, Labib has a talent for bringing joy to others. Labib's ability to transform into complex characters on the stage has drawn the audience into many performances, and I believe that Labib's portrayal of Miss Trunchbull in Matilda had many worrying that they might find themselves in the chokey if they weren't careful. Madison K. Hubert. Recognized for her determination and diligence in the classroom, Madison Hubert's presence is of great value to her peers and teachers alike. While navigating the rigors of prep, Madison somehow manages to dedicate her time outside of the classroom to volunteering in her church's nursery and putting in many hours of work at Chick-fil-A. Despite an extremely full schedule, Madison is armed with a great sense of humor. Her presence is something that I will miss in the senior area, as several shared a great many laughs during downtime there, thanks to Madison's quick wit. Emily Soonbao Ho. Emily is a charming young lady with a brilliant mind and a gentleness that is incredibly endearing. There are so many facets to this gem, and her ability to bring joys to others is always refreshing. She plays an important part in the classroom environment through her diligent commitment to the pursuit of knowledge, while having a keen ability to interject lighthearted humor at just the right moment. I hope that the University of Virginia understands what they will be gaining when Emily joins them in the fall, but I'm confident that they will learn very quickly because Emily is likely to transform their community with her presence. Maylee Ray Owansky. Maylee possesses a quiet, competitive spirit as described by a member of the faculty. This spirit has served her well as an academic, an artist, and a competitive swimmer of note over the years. She has leveraged this skill and her strong internal drive into an opportunity to compete in swimming at the collegiate level for Converse College. What truly stands out about Maylee is her balance and seemingly unshakable nature. I've never seen her off her game, always calm, cool, and collected, and when focused, her eyes seem to sharpen like that of an eagle who has spotted their prey. There's no doubt that Maylee will represent our community well as she enters the next phase of her life's journey. Remember to share the same spirit as the water, Maylee, and it will move you. John Fripp McDougall. Based on Fripp's undying commitment to the Augusta Prep family, you would never know he only joined us in the 9th grade. Like a Spartan soldier fiercely dedicated to teamwork, Fripp has proven to be an extremely capable leader. Kind at every turn and always willing to lend a hand, Fripp's example is one we have all benefited from over the years. Trustworthy and loyal, whether in the classroom, on the football field, basketball court, baseball diamond, or the larger community, people know that Fripp will always have their back and will not quit until the job is done. It is no surprise that Fripp was elected Student Council President for his senior year and was selected to wear the black and red as a Georgia Bulldog this fall. Good luck, Fripp, and go Dogs. Hadi Amir Mian. Likely the most gregarious member of the senior class, Hadi has been a pleasant surprise, having only joined us in his junior year. Hadi's spirited contributions to prep events showed his willingness to contribute to our community and is why he was so quickly embraced by it. His efforts did not end with school events, but translated into the classroom and extracurricular life of the school. Always willing to contribute by sharing his ideas, he established and took the helm of the school's investment club. His energy and passion have been a consistent, bright light that I've admired in Hadi, and I hope future new Cavaliers will learn from his example. Congratulations, Hadi, well deserved. Henry Robert Monig. Despite achieving the honor as salutatorian of the class of 2024, Hank has found time to become our resident musical, multilinguist, scientist, athlete, poet, photographer, Renaissance man. And he has managed to make it look effortless. Kind-hearted, always willing to help out, and fair to the end, Hank was selected to co-lead our Honor Education Council and has neatly woven himself into the fabric of our community. If there is a lesson to be learned from Hank, it would be to be fearless and relentless in your pursuit of finding your passions. Bonne chance et merci, Hank, as you take your show to Vanderbilt University this fall. Annabelle Claire Apondi Mwanya. Annabelle Claire is virtually optimistic with an incredible work ethic that has served her well throughout her academic career and earned her the respect of her peers. Always polite and caring, people are drawn to her warmth. Whether on the stage, performing, confidently using her voice in the classroom, or volunteering at Augusta University Medical Center, Annabelle Claire is always recognized for her exceptional work. This fine Cavalier is poised to make an impressive footprint at Elon University this fall, and I'm certain she will represent us well. Good luck, ABC. Maya May Lee Nussbaum. Valedictorian of the class of 2024, Maya has established herself as a gifted scholar among scholars. If I were to only speak of her academic pursuits, I would be doing her an injustice. As you all likely know, Maya is a gifted vocalist, thespian, athlete, and lover of animals. What I've come to appreciate most about her is the graceful way she uses language to deftly articulate her thoughts. Her ability to communicate at such a high level will serve as a doorway to her ability to lead others, as evidenced by her exceptional leadership as the senior class president this year. Maya will soon become a paladin at Furman University, but please remember, you will always be a Cavalier. Nacha Bala Ramanathan. I would like to invite Nacha's mother and faculty member, Meena Arun, to the stage to present Nacha with her diploma. A colleague was incredibly accurate when he recently described Nacha as full of energy, initiative, and ambition. It has been a true joy to see a young person who knows the merits of hard work, yet bursts with the joy of life. Nacha has the presence to ignite excitement and laughter with such ease, and she has the ability to draw others in with her infectious enthusiasm. I have witnessed in her a passion for service to others, and I believe this brings her immense satisfaction. Whether it be working with lower school students at Extended Day, volunteering through NHS, or giving countless tours as a co-leader of student ambassadors, Nacha has been a champion of our school. Thank you, Nacha, and good luck at the University of Michigan. Liam Timothy Reardon. Always polite and quick with a smile, Liam possesses a great sense of humor and immense school spirit. If Liam wasn't on the field of play, he was in the stands relentlessly cheering on his peers. Liam is described as an analytical thinker who loves history and writing with a passion for travel, having already visited 29 countries. Liam plans to study business in college, a path I expect he will enjoy very much and in which he will celebrate great success. I have a feeling that in the immortal words of Billy Idol, Liam will be giving plenty of rebel yells as he becomes an Ole Miss Rebel in the fall. Good luck, Liam. Daniel Craig Robertson. Daniel's academic experience is clearly highlighted through his intellectual curiosity, dedication, and creativity. His teachers have been impressed by his desire to dig deeper, to understand how things work, and didn't just focus on what would be on the next test. Having recently achieved the rank of Eagle Scout, Daniel has been trained to be a leader, and this has been witnessed by his continual commitment to teamwork on various projects in the classroom and in the science club. I've always admired how Daniel leaves ego out of the equation and focuses on the task at hand, always willing to help out. Good luck, Daniel, at the Catholic University of America, and do us proud. Chance Elijah Ruiz. Chance is an extremely bright student who is multi-talented. He can be found in the classroom grappling with difficult concepts or in the pool flexing his athletic prowess. Chance has worked incredibly hard for his success and takes great responsibility for his outcomes. He is also an extremely polite young man who cares deeply for his school, as evidenced by his willingness to consistently attend events at school in support of his peers. His involvement in Columbia County youth leadership and his hard work to achieve the rank of Eagle Scout sets him apart as a leader. I look forward to hearing of Chance's future pursuits as he sets off to attend the University of Miami in the fall. Good luck and go Canes. Tanner Jaden Rush. I would like to invite Tanner's stepmother, January Lester Rush, class of 96, to the stage to present Tanner with his diploma. Everyone knows of Tanner's love of American muscle cars, but for those who truly know him, he is a deeply kind and sensitive individual with a wonderful heart and creative spirit. He's completely comfortable in a quiet space and happy to let others take the limelight, but take a moment to touch on a topic that he's interested in and he will light up. The energy that is required of the meticulous task of creating art can be a solitary endeavor that takes immense patience, and Tanner's curiosity and keen eye have brought him to find peace in the artistic pursuits. I will certainly miss the joy that flows from Tanner when discussing art or fast cars, and looking forward to seeing his next great creations as he heads off to the University of South Carolina in the fall. Charlie Reese Smith. Charlie is one of the hardest working students I know. She is tenacious when in pursuit of a goal. Whether it be in the classroom, meeting deadlines for the yearbook, or in the field of play, no obstacle is too great for Charlie. This past year, she faced what was likely her greatest obstacle when suffering a knee injury that sidelined her from playing soccer. She reinvented herself and found a passion for weight training and stepped in to join the cheer squad and help coach the girls soccer team. Charlie's pride in prep is magnificent, as evidenced by her continuous support of her peers and her co-leader role for our student ambassadors. Best of luck to you, Charlie, as you head off to Wake Forest University in the fall. Nathan Lee Smith. Nathan is a bright young man who joined us in the spring of his junior year. After a brief transition period, Nathan found his people and became a valued contributor to our school community. I'm so very proud of Nathan for making the transition and overcoming what must have felt like starting over with a whole new set of people. He's clever with a quick wit and very loyal, as his friends would certainly confirm. Nathan is a gifted musician and athlete whose impact was clear on the varsity football, baseball, and soccer teams. Nathan will head off to UGA in the fall to study business. I know your family is proud of you, and so is your prep family, so best of luck, Nathan. Go Dogs. Annie Louise Trapp. If you look just close enough and squint your eyes, you will see the wings on her feet. For Annie is the fastest female distance runner in prep history. A school and state record holder, she possesses the sharp focus and extreme determination that is required for such a solitary sport. Annie is so much more than a premier athlete, though. This fine scholar is determined, passionate, and optimistic, and these qualities have consistently been the source of her successes through her time at prep. She leads by example and is the approachable leader that can inspire others to great pursuits. Committed to serving her community and extremely loyal to our school, I'm certain that Annie will make us proud as she ventures off to the College of Charleston in the fall. Sarah Elizabeth Trotter. Sarah Beth's father, James Barrett Trotter, class of 93, will present Sarah with her diploma. Sarah Beth seems to have found a way to do everything and to do it well. I often wonder if she has a few clones because it seems impossible to manage all that she does. She's a leader in the classroom and on the field of play in all 3 seasons. She's also a gifted artist, co-leader of the Honor Education Council, and president of the Taylor Swift Club. Swifties. And somehow she finds time to bring immense spirit to the student section. There is no question that Sarah Beth Trotter loves prep dearly and will make us proud as she heads off to UGA this fall. Go Dogs. Elizabeth Catherine Vender. Described as a reflective thinker who is extremely creative, Elizabeth has been a highly active member of our school community. Always quick with a smile and shining with her warm spirit, I am confident that Elizabeth will always be surrounded by goodness. Elizabeth took no time at all to find her way to the stage and seems to have never left it, singing in chorus or acting in virtually every prep production she could. Her service to the community is commendable and speaks volumes about her character as a caring, thoughtful person who wants to leave the world better than she found it. Elizabeth has found her next home at Augusta University, and the Jaguars are lucky to have her. Abigail Elizabeth Watson. Abby is a caring, compassionate individual with an incredible wit and sense of humor. Her fierce opposition to social injustice is commendable and speaks volumes about her character. A gifted singer, multi-instrumentalist, and thespian, Abby's creative spirit is her talent, and she would much rather communicate through it than merely rely on mere words. If you have been fortunate enough to see her in her element, she is surrounded by joy and the admiration of a tight-knit group of close friends. Good luck to you, Abby, as you journey to Agnes Scott College in the fall. The Scotties will be fortunate to have you join them. Sarah Quinn Yates. Quinn Yates is a wonderful human being. Beyond her incredible mind, her commitment to excellence, her eye for detail, and her profound oratory skills, you will find that Quinn may be one of the kindest people you will ever meet. I truly believe that she was blessed with the light of joy because in my observation, Quinn is the sun in human form. Always a snappy dresser, quick with a warm greeting, Quinn will happily help a person in need. Her passions for art history, and museums are immense, and she has been deliberate with utilizing every avenue of access to art and sharing it with others. I will certainly miss her joyful greetings each day and hope that she shares her light with the University of South Carolina community in a few short months. Graduates, you may please move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations. At this time, let's clap for them. At this time, I'd ask that Hank Monig please come to the podium to introduce our next speaker.
Good morning. My name is Hank Monig, and I have the privilege of introducing this year's graduation speaker, Mr. Jim Trotter of the class of 1993. Mr. Trotter was an engaged member of the prep community, participating in varsity sports such as golf, soccer, and basketball. However, prep's longtime teacher and basketball coach Steve Boyd says that her daughter, Sarah Beth, ironically has a better three-point shot than her father. Mr. Trotter also led the editing, collecting, and issuing of prep's own newspaper, Pen and Sword. Rather than using his voice to make change, he wrote articles on election issues and used his penmanship to encourage his classmates to get involved in certain community and national affairs. After graduating from prep in '93, Mr. Trotter graduated cum laude from Furman University with a BA in political science, and later magna cum laude from University of Georgia School of Law. Since the early 2000s, Mr. Trotter has practiced law in the firm of Trotter Jones LLP and has been active in his church community at Reed Memorial Presbyterian Church, serving as deacon. Mr. Trotter is very involved in the Augusta community. He has served on the board of numerous committees, foundations, and schools in the area, such as Episcopal Day School, the Tuttle Newton Home, and is the current chairman of the CSRA Community Foundation. He and his wife Kim have been married since 2002 and have 3 children: Barrett, a current sophomore at UGA, Sarah Beth, class of 2024, and Ellie, class of 2025. Along with his involvement in the CSRA community, Mr. Trotter's family has formed deep roots at Augusta Prep over the years. His grandfather, Frank Dennis Jr., was a founding trustee of Prep,
and his mother Anne, class of 1967, was in the first class to go all the way from 7th through 12th grade. Other relatives of Mr. Trotter that attended prep include his uncle Frank Dennis III, class of 69, and his brothers Dennis Trotter, class of 96, and Paul Trotter, class of 2002. His daughter Sarah Beth is the fourth generation to benefit from Augusta Prep, and thus it is all the more fitting that he will address the community today. The class of 2024 and I are grateful for Mr. Trotter's willingness to share some words of wisdom and are honored for him to be a part of this year's ceremony. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Jim Trotter of the class of 1993 to the podium.
All right, thank you, Hank, for that introduction. I feel old for a whole lot of reasons today, and you rattled off about all of them. First, I want to thank Derek and the Board of Trustees for inviting me to speak today on behalf of my family, Derek, and I know all the families of this senior class. We really want to thank you for your 5 years of service to Augusta Prep. You've done wonders for the school. We wish you and Jenny all the success and joy at your future in Raleigh. Congratulations. When Derek first asked me if I would speak, I was sitting at my desk and I looked over at my bookcase. He asked if I could provide a few words of wisdom. Luckily, not too many minutes of wisdom, but I looked at my bookcase and I saw a 4x6 painting that Sarah Beth had given me many, many years ago. Back years ago, she was painting Bible verse paintings and giving them out to family members and selling them at Arts in the Heart. And she'd have a certain Bible verse and paint a picture that would support it. And I asked her if she would paint my favorite verse, although it was not from the Bible. It was from Billy Currington, and it said, "God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy." And she did paint it for me, and that gets me through my day many days to continue to remember those words of wisdom, but it's probably not the wisdom that these graduates need today. I am honored to be here this morning. I promise I will not talk about my years at prep any more than we have already. At this point, I can hardly remember them all. How prep has changed over the years, what I learned at prep, and other than what I just said, I probably won't talk about Sarah Beth. I will do my best not to embarrass her. This morning in this event is not about my history, your history, the school's history. It's about you and your future. Many times at dinner, Sarah Beth and Ellie and Barrett and I and Kim will talk about our lives, our days, and I have a tendency many times, unfortunately, to try to turn those daily experiences into life lessons. If they faced adversity during the day, I want to discuss why, talk about how we can better handle it, and how to make tomorrow a better day. A few weeks ago at dinner, I was trying that again, and I don't remember if it was Sarah Beth or Ellie, but one of them quickly shut me down and said, "Dad, not everything has to be a life lesson. Please just listen." And they're right. Sometimes you do have to just listen, although that can be very difficult. However, I do hope that they all remember me one day for something more than the guy who just managed to open the lids on their Stanleys. Please also understand that by trying to give you some advice or life lessons this morning, I'm certainly not implying that I've figured all this out in my own life. In fact, I'm still learning many of these lessons, sometimes the hard way. However, they are all facts of life that I wish I had accepted as true much earlier in my own life. Today we are celebrating the fact that you're graduating and moving on. It's appropriate to do so because you've worked hard to get to this point. But I would like to make an important distinction. Today we're not celebrating you, we're celebrating your choices. You have chose to come to Augusta Prep. You worked and you struggled and you achieved. Had you not made those choices, had you not done the work, you wouldn't be here. Many of you chose to play sports or participate in the school's arts programs. All of those choices help shape your experience here at Prep. Those experiences will serve you well into the future. I remember fondly my 4 years of playing basketball here with Mr. Boyd and my teammates, and they're some of my fondest memories from high school. Granted, your choices, like mine in high school, were not always voluntary. They may have been encouraged or directed by your parents, but they were ultimately choices nonetheless. I also make this point because it's important It's an important one for your future happiness and well-being. It is easy when we're young to think that the world revolves around us. We think this because in many ways it's true. If we are blessed, then we have parents who take care of us, who order their lives in such a way as to see that our needs and wants are met and fulfilled, but who also encourage us to make decisions, take responsibility for those decisions, and own the repercussions from those decisions. If we are blessed and we've gone to a school where our needs are addressed, teachers have spent untold hours trying to figure out how to make education appealing to you, but have also encouraged you to make choices and embrace the opportunity to make wise choices. They have worked to interest you, to excite you about learning, and to prepare you for your life beyond prep. And that's really what this is about today, life beyond Augusta Prep. Because life beyond Augusta Prep is very different and will not revolve around you. The older you get, the less you will be rewarded simply because you're wonderful. The older you get, the fewer trophies there will be for coming in anywhere other than first. You may not get to retake a test because you were not quite ready when you took it that day. The older you get, there will be a sharp decrease in the number of people who order their life around you. In fact, you will be the one you are expected to order your life around others. Remember this, after today, life is not all about you. And to the extent you think it is, and try to make it all about you, you will be unhappy, squander your energy and talents, and make many people around you miserable. The fact that the world will not revolve around you is not a bad thing at all, not at all. To the contrary, one of the few Latin phrases, we did have some Latin back when I was young, that I remember from my own studies, is sic vos non vobis, not for yourself, but for others. You will find that real happiness in life comes from sacrificing your own wants to make someone else happy. You will find that real happiness in life comes from investing yourself in relationships and taking care of other people more than you worry about yourself. Of course, it takes marriage and children sometimes to really appreciate that fact. Real happiness in life can also be found in serving your community. For many years of my life, I viewed community service as a means to an end. Checking off an assignment or school, accumulating NHS hours, getting rid of a speeding ticket or other indiscretions, building a resume, getting into school, or getting a job after school. It is only in the last few years that I've learned to enjoy community service for what it really is, and that is giving back to the same community that has blessed me in so many ways. This school and its campus are replete with examples of generations of Augustans who have contributed their time and money, both are equally important, to grow this community for the benefit of others. I know your years of prep have involved a lot of community service. Many of you probably enjoy it for what it is. If not, I hope you can learn to enjoy it for the right reasons so that you will continue to serve your community even when your resume is full. You will also find that lasting satisfaction is linked directly to what you earn and achieve, not what you are given. Just like the good grades you earned here at Augusta Prep, work will bring rewards that nothing else will. Real success and meaningful achievement must be earned. The longer you live, what you meant to do will often matter less than what you actually did. You will be judged on your actions and not your motives. Life is not and will not be fair. I'll say that again because you need to learn it now. Life is not and will not be fair. Don't waste your time or energy complaining about that or trying to make it fair. Life will be hard. Don't be surprised when it is difficult beyond anything you imagined. These challenges are often the motivation needed to push us to change our lives, and sometimes the world around us. Don't be afraid of hard work. Be afraid of laziness and entitlement. Don't be afraid of failure. Be afraid to never try. Don't be afraid of making sacrifices. Be afraid of having nothing worth sacrificing for. And don't be afraid of being overshadowed by others who are brighter, faster, or better, or at least in your own belief, better than you. Be afraid of not pushing yourself to achieve all that you can. Life can be good. It can be very good, exciting, enriching, and entertaining. You can be happy even in imperfect circumstances. Your future can be bright even without them being perfect. You can really be happy without having everything you want. And I know that one's particularly hard to believe, but it takes years to try to figure it out. You can be happy without having everything you want. Don't try to avoid the storms in your life. Instead, be prepared to navigate them. Augusta Prep has given you the foundation to navigate them. Don't seek the easy way. Grow strong enough to take the road as it is in front of you, not how you wish it would be. And don't wish your life away. Savor it. You have all the best years in front of you. Make sure that none of you have peaked in high school. Love your family, work hard, and hang on when it gets rough, because it will get better and you will too. Good luck, and may God bless all of you. Thank you.
Jim, thank you for your meaningful and poignant message to the class and to the community. Also, thank you for your part in extending the legacy of prep graduates. As a small token of appreciation, we've prepared a bit of prep swag to help keep you firmly connected to your Augusta Prep roots and the prep community. Families and graduates, would you please join me in thanking Jim again? As we bring Annie Trapp down for the benediction, I'll provide a few logistical notes for how we will bring our program to a close. A long-standing prep tradition is to have our faculty line down lane 8 of the track for the stadium, from the stadium to the entrance arch. Our graduates will then travel down this receiving line to share in hugs, handshakes, or other celebrations with their teachers. Graduates, once you go through the archway, please hit a sharp left and make your way behind the stadium for the cap throw picture. While our graduates and faculty are enjoying this moment, we'll ask that families please exit through the stadium gate to the parking lot. If you plan to attend the reception in the Goodwin Commons, please enter the building by the gym on the parking lot side and make your way through the athletics corridor to Goodwin Commons. Your graduate will find you shortly after the cap throw photo. Families, we ask that you please allow the faculty and graduates their receiving line moment as you make your way to the archway. Thank you for your help with this. Congratulations to our graduates, and thank you to all. And now please allow Annie to offer the benediction.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and we thank you for this moment. We thank you for guiding us to this monumental point in our lives and for all the people you've placed in our lives to get us here as well. We thank you for our families that have loved and supported us, for our classmates that have grown with us, and for our teachers and coaches and all they have poured into our lives each day. Thank you for the gift of education that you've bestowed to us here at Prep and how much more it has blessed us with as well. We are grateful for the memories we have made, friendships we've built, and all that we've accomplished in our time here at Prep. We give all glory to you for all this, for we could not have done it without your guidance, grace, and unfailing love. As we leave Prep and enter this new chapter of our lives, let us walk humbly as you guide us and remind us to lean on you in times of uncertainty, for nothing transcends fear of the unknown like your perfect peace. Remind us that there is a purpose for each season in our lives and that you will not place us in a season of life without promising a harvest in the next. We pray that you keep our hearts and minds open to all the ways that you work in our lives and that you give us grace as we trust in your perfect plan for each and every one of us. Let us remember the kindness and mercy that has been shown to us, and let us carry this in our hearts in the next chapter as well. We pray that you continue to watch over us and that you bless these graduates, families, and teachers. Amen.
Seniors. Or sorry, faculty.